All right, let's get into it. Imagine holding like a piece of history, something that practically roars with the spirit of a legend, but also whispers promises of really cutting-edge tech.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we're diving into today. The MV Agusta Superveloce, 1,000 to go, limited edition. You shared some incredible sources on this motorcycle, and our mission really is to unpack what makes it, well, a masterpiece.
Definitely. It's this fusion, isn't it? Heritage and innovation all in one machine.
Exactly. And why it's getting collectors and, enthusiasts so excited worldwide. Get ready for some genuinely surprising stuff, I think, some aha moments.
That's true.
Because this isn't just about a motorbike, it's about what makes something truly iconic.
And what's fascinating here really is how deeply this motorcycle is tied to its namesake. We should probably start there, celebrating the racing legend who inspired it all, Giacomo Agostini, show a go, as everyone knows him.
His career is just staggering, isn't it? 15 world championships,
15.
including 8 straight titles in the 500cc class,
Yeah.
7 in the 350cc. So many on MV Augustas, right? They basically dominated the 60s and 70s, partly because of him.
Absolutely. He was MV Agusta for that era in many ways.
But, okay, beyond the sheer number of wins, what was it about MV riding style? Why was he the perfect muse for a bike that's meant to be about elegance and precision?
That's a really good question. His style, it was known for this incredible precision, this grace. He wasn't just fast, he made it look smooth, almost effortless.
Right, like a dance.
Exactly, that kind of elegant, almost balletic control on the track. It became the perfect inspiration for a bike designed to blend serious power with, well, artistic flair.
And the Superveloce 1000 to go really leans into that homage, doesn't it? With all these thoughtful design elements.
It really does. I mean, take the color scheme. That striking red and silver, it's pulled directly from Engo's iconic race bikes.
Instantly recognizable.
Totally. And then you've got the gold accents on the wheels, some frame details.
Reminiscent of the trophies.
Precisely. It's a nod to his many, many wins. Such a clever visual link.
That is brilliant, connecting the bike straight to his success. And speaking of direct connections, this is where it gets really personal, right? Each bike has his actual signature.
Yeah, Giacomo Agostini's signature right there on the fairing. Plus, there's a numbered plaque on the handlebar riser.
So every single one is genuinely unique, a piece of history.
Indeed. And that numbered plaque, it's really significant because there are only 311 units worldwide.
311, that sounds specific.
It is. It's a direct nod to Ago's staggering 311 career victories.
Wow. So you're not just buying a bike, you're kind of commemorating every single win.
Exactly. And then there are other subtle historical nods woven in, like the round LED headlights. They look vintage, but they're modern tech.
That's a perfect example of blending old and new, captures that classic racing vibe, but gives you, proper modern lighting.
Right. Form and function working together. You also see the classic style mirrors and that sculpted fuel tank. It definitely echoes the shape of those vintage race bikes.
So it's not just a bike. It's like a symbol of passion, of excellence, connecting the past and present.
Couldn't have said it better.
And it's this bridge between eras that really stands out in the bike's overall design. It isn't just a tribute. The Superveloce 1000 Go is, it's visually stunning. It blends that retro style we talked about with really modern lines.
Oh, absolutely. It completely embodies MV Agusta's whole philosophy of motorcycle as art.
Yeah.
And beyond the specific Ego tributes like the livery and signature, the bike just stands on its own as a piece of design. That teardrop fuel tank looks amazing, sure, but it's also functional.
How so?
It's shaped for ergonomics, helps you get into a good riding position, feel really connected to the machine.
Okay, makes sense.
And the craftsmanship, it's just top-notch. From the hand-stitched Alcantara seat that's that really nice synthetic suede, super durable and grippy, to the brushed aluminum details. It's clear they paid attention to every little thing, like building a piece of fine jewelry almost.
And that meticulous care, it isn't just skin deep, right? It goes right into the engineering. Yeah. Because underneath that beautiful exterior, it's a powerhouse.
Oh, definitely.
So what's really driving this thing? What kind of engine are we talking about, and what makes it special?
Great question. So the heart of the machine is a 998cc inline 3 engine. It's derived from MV Agusta's F3 series, which is already well known.
Right, known for being high revving.
Exactly. High revving nature, razor-sharp throttle response, and the numbers are pretty serious. 205 horsepower at 13,000 RPM.
Whoa. 205 horsepower.
Yeah, ensures blistering acceleration. And then you've got 116.5 newton meters, or about 86 pound-feet, of torque at 11,000 RPM. So strong mid-range pull, too.
Okay, 205 horsepower at 13,000 RPM. That sounds intense on paper. But what does that actually feel like on the road? How does that power delivery compare to maybe other superbikes?
It means it's explosive for sure, but also incredibly refined. You get that massive surge of acceleration. But because it's an inline 3, it's surprisingly smooth, not, harsh or jerky.
Yeah.
What's also really interesting engineering-wise is the counter-rotating crankshaft.
That's MotoGP tech, right?
Straight out of MotoGP. Imagine the crankshaft spinning one way while the wheels spin the other. This counteracts the gyroscopic forces.
Making it easier to turn.
Much easier. It makes the bike feel incredibly nimble, easy to flick from side to side. Huge advantage for agile handling, especially on twisty roads or, obviously, on the track.
So it's track ready.
Absolutely track ready. But crucially, it's also designed to be road friendly. That's a tough balance to strike, but important for a bike like this.
That makes sense. And how do the electronics help manage all that power and make it usable both on track and, for a spirited road ride? And keep you safe.
It's all about adaptability. It has adjustable riding modes, rain, sport, race, and a custom mode.
Okay.
These tweak everything. The throttle response, how much the traction control intervenes, even the engine braking. You tailor it to the conditions or just how you feel like riding.
Nice.
Plus, it's got a quick shifter and an auto blipper.
Meaning clutchless shifts up and down.
Yep. Seamless gear changes. The bike automatically matches the engine revs on downshifts. Super smooth, super fast, great for the track, but honestly nice on the road, too.
Oh, yeah.
There's even launch control for, perfect starts off the line.
If you dare.
Exactly. And then for safety and control, you've got 8 levels of adjustable traction control, wheelie control to keep the front end down under hard acceleration, and cornering ABS. That's really clever. It adjusts the braking force based on your lean angle, makes braking hard in a corner much safer.
That's some serious tech keeping you upright.
Yeah.
And what about the chassis, the suspension? You mentioned Öhlins before.
Yeah, top-shelf components throughout. It's built on a lightweight aluminum frame, features a single-sided swing arm, looks fantastic, saves a bit of weight.
Always looks cool.
It does. And yes, premium fully adjustable Öhlins suspension, front and back, renowned for precision, lets you really dial in the handling.
And brakes, assuming something good.
Brembo Stylema calipers, basically the gold standard for track-level braking. Incredible stopping power, really good feel at the lever.
So handling and stopping are sorted.
Definitely. And we have to mention that exhaust system again, that distinctive 3-pipe exit.
Yeah, looks amazing.
It doesn't just look good, it sounds incredible. Produces this amazing soundtrack from a deep growl down low to this piercing howl as you get towards the red line. It really is like a symphony that screams racing heritage.
That attention to the sound, the look, combined with the raw performance. It's quite a package.
Yeah.
But it's not just about raw power, is it? There's cutting-edge tech here, too, connecting it to the modern world.
Absolutely. Central to that is the display. It's a 5-inch, full-color TFT screen.
Nice and clear.
Very clear, sleek interface, customizable too. Shows all the essential info, adapts to the light, and can even show navigation prompts. It's where the art meets the smarts, you could say.
And the connectivity. That's pretty standard now, but how does it work here?
It's got Bluetooth, connects to your smartphone via a dedicated app. So yeah, you can get turn-by-turn navigation right on the bike's display.
That's handy. No need for a phone mount.
Exactly. Plus, call and message notifications, music control. Kind of like having a little co-pilot built in.
And building on those rider aids, we discussed traction control, cornering ABS. You mentioned something really innovative.
Yeah, the over-the-air software updates, OTA updates.
Like a smartphone or a Tesla?
Pretty much. It means the bike can receive software updates wirelessly, keeps the systems optimized, adds new features potentially, all without needing a trip to the dealer. Really future-proofs it.
That is a huge convenience factor. Less time in the shop.
Definitely. And just for, day-to-day ease, it's got a keyless ignition system, uses a proximity fob.
Walk up, bike recognizes you, ready to go.
Simple as that. It just shows how they've managed to blend tradition and innovation so well. It's a connected, intelligent machine that still feels special.
Okay, so we've covered the history, the stunning design, the monster performance, the smart tech. Let's talk about what makes it really special for collectors. The exclusivity.
Right. And this is key. Only 311 units produced worldwide. We mentioned the number.
Yeah. For Oligo's wins?
Exactly. Each one marked with that numbered plaque and a Big O signature. It makes it an instant rare gem right out of the box.
So that rarity, combined with the history, the craftsmanship, It's set up to be a future classic, isn't it? Likely to appreciate in value.
Almost certainly. It's not just the limited number, though. It's that whole package. Agoi's direct involvement, the brand's rich history, and the fact that it's a cutting-edge machine now.
That's a good point. A lot of future classics lean heavily on maybe one or two of those things. This Gilligo edition seems to nail all three. It makes it a pretty unique proposition, even as an investment.
Absolutely. Owning one isn't just about riding it, although I'm sure that's amazing. It's about making a statement. It signals individuality and appreciation for, well, the finer things.
And that emotional connection must be strong, too. Having a Gronazgo's actual signature there, knowing you have unit number, say, 50 out of 3 out of 11, you become part of that story.
Precisely. For collectors, it just checks every single box. Rarity. Check. Heritage. Big check. Craftsmanship. Check. Investment potential. Very likely check.
So wrapping this all up, what's the big picture here?
Yeah.
The MV Agusta Superveloce 1000 ago. It's way more than just a fast motorcycle. Oh, far more. It's a living tribute, isn't it? A rolling piece of art. A marvel of modern engineering that's still deeply connected to its legendary past.
Yeah.
It really shows how a brand can, properly honor its roots while still pushing the boundaries of technology and create something truly unique, truly desirable in the process.
And that kind of raises a bigger question, doesn't it? When we look at things, could be vehicles, could be art, even new tech.
Yeah.
How do we spot what's going to become a real future classic? What makes something collectible down the line?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
What is it about that specific mix? The history, the design, the performance, the story behind it that makes something more than just stuff. Yeah. Makes it an enduring symbol of excellence, maybe, or individuality.
It's a magic blend, that narrative. Yeah. Definitely something to think about.
Something to mull over until our next deep dive.